The need for compact weapons capable of being carried with ease by troops, who would be getting in and out of vehicles, jumping from planes, and fighting in close quarters, had been proven during World War II. While it may look unusual, the Hotchkiss Type Universel was an extraordinary attempt at creating an extremely compact submachine gun. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Armourer's Bench. My name's Matt. In today's video we're going to take a look at the Hotchkiss Type Universel. While most commonly referred to as the Type Universel, or anglicised as Universal, the guns are also referred to as the Type 010 and are typically marked CMH2 or Carabine Mitrailleur Hotchkiss. Submachine guns have proven themselves to be a useful weapon during the war. Their small size and high rate of fire made them invaluable, especially in close quarter situations. The post-war French army found itself equipped with a plethora of surplus submachine guns, which included the German MP40, the British Sten, the American Thompson, as well as their own pre-war MAS 38s, in 7.65 long. By 1946 they'd already begun the process of selecting a new, more compact submachine gun, seeking to standardise on a single weapon and calibre. They selected 9mm and launched a programme to find a new submachine gun, or pistolet mitrailleur. The French War Ministry launched a call for state arsenals and civilian manufacturers, such as Hotchkiss and Gavarm, to submit submachine guns for trials. Hotchkiss submitted the Type 010, or Type Universel. Chambered in 9mm, the Hotchkiss fed from MP40 pattern magazines, and used the ubiquitous blowback action. It fired from a closed bolt, and had a cyclic rate of around 650 rounds per minute. The Hotchkiss was a select fire weapon with a push-through selector that allowed for semi and full auto fire. It appears that the weapon's only safety mechanism was to close the ejection port cover and lock the bolt in place, much like the earlier US M3 grease gun. Designers went to extraordinary lengths to minimise the size of the Universel. Not only did the stock fall beneath the barrel, but the magazine well and magazine could be rotated forward to sit beneath the barrel, with the magazine fitting between a U-shaped cutout in the buttstock. The weapon is a curious mix of stamped metal and complex machining, with the difficult-to-machine bolt and barrel contrasting with a stamped sheet metal lower receiver and a wide stamped trigger. In 1950, Hotchkiss sales material described the weapon as the individual defence weapon meeting the requirements of most modern armies and police. Folded up, it is very compact, easy to transport, conceal and parachute. It is quick to set up and unfolds into a carbine. The weapon's pistol grip is hollow, and when you fold the stock forwards, it folds to cover the trigger. The Universel's most interesting feature is its barrel, which telescopes back into the receiver, shortening the weapon's overall length. These features bring the Hotchkiss's overall length down from 30.6 inches or 77.6 centimeters when the stock is extended to 22 inches or 54 centimeters when the stock is folded, and an impressive 17.25 or 43.5 centimeters when the barrel is collapsed. To deploy, we first unfold the stock by pushing the knurled collar forward to unhook it from the base of the magazine well. When fully unfolded, the spring detent locks into the rear of the receiver. At the same time, the pistol grip also unfolds. If we had a magazine loaded into the weapon, we would first deploy the barrel to allow the magazine to slide back through the magazine well and fall down into the locked position. The bolt follows the barrel forward, so once the magazine is locked into position, the weapon is ready to be charged to chamber a round. To collapse the weapon again, first fold the stock, then depress the lever just behind the trunnion to unlock the barrel, and push the barrel assembly and bolt to the rear until it locks. The nature of how the pistol grip folded with the stock meant that the weapon could not be fired while its stock was collapsed. When fully collapsed, the weapon's depth is just over 6 inches or 15.3 centimeters. The Universel's extreme compactness was both its best and worst feature. The complexity of having every protruding part fold or retract made the weapon expensive to produce. It also gave the weapon rather poor ergonomics, with a narrow butt, an uncomfortable pistol grip, and narrow sights which weren't ideal for snap shooting. The Hotchkiss was one of a whole host of compact folding submachine guns developed after the war. These included the MAS model 1948, the Mac model 1947, and of course what became the MAT 49, all submitted from French state arsenals. The French guns were by no means the first to have folding magazines though. That concept dates back to submachine guns like the SIG MKMO. Incidentally, SIG's last developmental iteration of their submachine gun, the MP48, was also developed in the late 40s, and retained the MKMO's folding magazine housing. A 2001 article by Michel Malberbe in the Gazette des Armées includes an account from a Legionnaire sergeant who describes using the Hotchkiss in Indochina. He remembered, "We were responsible for the security of RC4, or Route Coloniale 4, and the staff sent us a wooden crate containing these famous submachine guns. As the documents were not very complete, our company commander had trouble explaining how it worked. It was like a rectangular scrap metal package. We used it for the first time during a serious collision between the Viettes and a convoy. I remember this machine gun worked very well, but it lacked a little precision. Anyway, it was much better than the small MAS 38 submachine gun, whose magazine always jammed at the wrong time. I think I remember that the Hotchkiss did not stand up well to mud, and it was a misery to clean. It was quite difficult to unfold because of the buttons found everywhere. We never knew which one to press. We, in any case, always transported them in the firing position." While the Type Universel definitely wouldn't win any prizes for its aesthetics, it was an ambitiously engineered and well-built submachine gun. Despite this, the design was simply too complex. As we've heard, troops in the field rarely took advantage of its compact features, preferring to carry the weapon at the ready. The Universel sacrificed a lot to achieve its compactness, and the ergonomics of the weapon leave a lot to be desired. The extremely small butt and the hollow pistol grip just feels wrong. It's believed that a total of just 7,000 Universels were produced between 1948 and 1952. The French military rejected the Hotchkiss, feeling the weapon was too complex and too expensive to manufacture. Instead, the MAT 49 submachine gun was eventually adopted. The MAT 49 also had a folding magazine housing, making it almost as compact as the Universel, but without its complexities. While it underwent some field testing with the French in Indochina, no major military contracts were won, but small numbers were purchased by the French police, colonial police in Morocco, and some were sold to the Venezuelan military. The Universel would be one of the last firearms produced by Hotchkiss et Cie, who built numerous armaments for the French army during the 19th and 20th centuries, before it closed its weapons manufacturing arm in the early 1950s, refocusing on car manufacture. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this look at the Hotchkiss Universel. Special thanks to Battlefield Vegas for allowing us to take a look at their Hotchkiss, and to Ron for his help filming. If you enjoyed the video, please share it with friends, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider checking out our Patreon and our new Ko-fi.com page, where you can support us with one-time donations. The links to those are in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.